This session presentation is being recorded for assessment purposes for my course with Open Colleges. This recording will be live streamed through Open Colleges online learning platform to the Open Colleges Learning Management System. These sessions may be used by Open Colleges for compliance purposes or within a course to demonstrate examples of best practices. This video may be available publicly. After the recording, the video will be stored securely and will become the property of Open Colleges. If you do not wish to be recorded, you will need to leave the session now. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the board, the esteemed board member, as well as the directors. I welcome you to this presentation. Just a few housekeeping rules before we begin the presentation. The toilets are on the left side, and could you please keep all your phones on silent so we could have an uninterrupted session. So I'm here to present a comprehensive marketing plan for Ethical Trading Group. And what will you hear today? You will hear about the current organization and market strength and why is a brand message necessary at this point for the group. What did we do to develop this message, the plan and the timelines to basically promote what we plan to, our recommendations, and at the end you would be asked to ask any questions. So what we found is it's a great organization to work with, so that's pretty great. An organization who actually believes in environmentally sustainable products, has a strong focus on preserving the environment, has excellent staff support and knowledge, which is fabulous, that's what we need, and has excellent local buyer and supplier market. So what in all these, what did we actually feel is what's required is a consistent, unique brand message. And what did we do and why? So why is a brand message necessary? It's basically tie everything in together. So it helps with consistent messaging, consistent branding. It builds awareness, and in turn, it builds a lot of trust and loyalty for a long term. To come up with this message, what did we do? So, of course, we met with key stakeholders. We held workshops with senior managers and leaders, with all relevant staff, especially the customer service people who directly interact with day-to-day customers as well as suppliers. We surveyed internal and external audiences. So internal audience, of course, is the staff. External is the potential and existing customers as well. And what did we find? So the findings have been pretty interesting. So for internal staff, what we felt is the brand awareness is pretty strong because they do believe in the sustainable product and environment. Their belief in the organization and the products also very strong, and their understanding is quite high as well. While surveying the external audiences, the buying power of existing customers is pretty high. The product belief is also great. Brand awareness, because they're existing customers, they are pretty well aware. So it's again great. But for the potential customers, brand awareness was actually at a very low level. They do have buying power and they do have a bit of product belief, but then the brand awareness needs to be worked on. So what did we come up with? So we came up with a brand message, or probably a tagline: buy now for a better tomorrow. But this is something we plan to tie in all the communications together. So to be consistent in communications and the brand. And where do we plan to actually utilize this? We plan to utilize this in across advertising, in all advertisements, print advertisements, newspapers, posters, digital, including social media, websites, YouTube videos, through press releases, and as well as promoting it via free samples at shopping centers and at events. I worked on some timelines. I won't go through it in detail, but it's all going to happen in the first quarter of the year. So the timelines are here for you to see, and I've also handed over materials, and you can actually have a look at it, as well as the entire report. The entire plan and timelines is in the communications plan initially sent out. So this is all the timelines in, as well as the communication method and who's responsible and the activities and the dates. So what we recommend, uh, what we recommend is we need to develop an advertising and media policy. This needs to also include a robust social media policy, invest in a marketing automation system, as well as develop a robust marketing strategy plan to align with the organization's overall strategic objective. As well as we need to actually recruit marketing specialists to help drive engagement. So this would be media specialists, social media specialists, as well as a communication specialist to help tie in the brand together for consistent messaging across all platforms. I'm open for any questions that you may have.
How would you train and support staff to manage these new applications?
Well, definitely I will be organizing workshops and one-on-one training to support staff. I will also organize periodic refresher online training programs so that staff will remain up to date with all new updates.
Outline how you would review the digital tools you are planning on implementing.
Well, in the first place, I would not offer any digital tools which I'm not comfortable with. So probably in my past experience, I would have used those digital tools. I will definitely test all the tools before actually suggesting, those tools to you.
How can we more effectively locate and use digital information as an integral part of workplace operations?
Well, digital communication in an organization is no longer an option. Everybody has to adopt and adapt to digital communications in this world. Communicating effectively about digital tools and informing staff and training how to locate information is also very vital. So it's all about communicating and training effectively.
How do you review digital information sources for validity and reliability?
Digital information must be documented well to show its credibility. It'll be well researched, definitely, and referenced, and definitely will be peer reviewed and recent.
How can we more effectively tell our brand story?
Every employee in the organization is a brand ambassador who must be consistent in their tone of voice while speaking to an external and internal customers as well. Each employee must live the brand values and demonstrate in every action at the workplace in all professional dealings, and this can be only achieved and will happen when the communication is very clear and transparent from top down.
We operate internationally, and many of our suppliers do not have reliable access to the internet.
Yes, it is true. There are certain places where they do not have good access to the internet, and at times it is difficult to have reliable access as well. So, but in these cases, we will be using the SMS functionality to communicate with remote suppliers. As we all know, that SMS is very effective in communicating remotely. Building a robust website in the initial period also helps a great deal, as we will definitely be having all the information listed, and will help a great deal when they do get intermittent access. Thank you. So thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate your time that you've actually spared. So if there are any more questions, do call or email me. I'll be very happy to answer them. Thank you so much.